I've always been at that point in my life. But in that shit, like, okay, well, fuck it. You know, you want to be a little fucking pussy like that? All right, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Go get your fucking vagina lips massaged if that's the case. You know what I mean? My only problem is these narratives. These narratives of like bullshit, you know? And I guess it really doesn't matter, but you know, I kind of want to, if I'm going to speak about it, let's just do the knowledge, uphold the wisdom, and get some understanding with the audience. You know what I mean? There's just going to be people that have problems with you, and it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. You know, learn from it. Understand that you need to stay away from these people, bruh. And bring about your own culture freedom. So what the fuck am I doing now? Fuck them. They don't want to give me shows. I'm going to do my own shows. Guess what?
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy, Big Sub of LA, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live in direct. It's your boy, Mr. Nine Times. Yeah, man. Today's mathematics is June 6th, 2025. That means it is equality. So, in mathematics, when to have equality or to share equality is to be equal. So, when we go about our life, let's make sure we are being fair, we are being just, and we are being equal with the person, places, or things that we are interacting with. It could be anything from, you know, you could rack some shit, but you don't rack and you pay for the shit. It could be as equal as, you know, you could easily cut corners and do bullshit, but instead you go down a one way and you bring about equality. Peace. Today's drip check, we have French blue Jordan 12s, the what is it? The snowflake shorts with the fucking snowflake tank top. Man, this was a good summer fit right here, man. All I need is like probably like a Navy Dodger fitted hat, and I would have completed this. But you know what, summer, I'm not wearing hats in the summer. If you see me wear a hat in the summer, that's because the motherfucking AC is about 65 in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only reason I'd wear a hat. Like, I'm sweating now. I went up and down the stairs just 3 times getting shit. I sweat easy anyway. Like, I have a really high metabolism. I don't know how I'm still breaking my fast and shit like that. And to be honest, this is my second week out of work. I go back in tomorrow. I got to text my coworker to put me down in a fucking book so I could come early, so I could get some overtime in before the pay period ends, and I could get some, you know, extra dollars on my check. Because, man, I'm going to run this motherfucking overtime up for sure. But I'm going to start banking, so if anyone doesn't know, oh, fuck. And I'm using these terms that people are going to know, but it really doesn't matter. So banking is just like, instead of getting paid overtime money, you get time off. So how it is if you work 2 days off, then you get 3 days off paid. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it one day at a time. And I know I'm going to be working 6 days a week for a good minute, because I want to get my all my time like reserved so I could use it later on, because I've been burning, what is it? I've been burning my time like super crazy, bro. Like, and it's just unexpected. So thank God I have time to fucking burn, you know? It started with using like all my sick time for my wisdom teeth. Then I just went on vacation and I burned basically all my vacation that I had for these last 2 weeks I've been out. And it pisses me off, but I just thank God that I can be able to just not only, number one, have the time off, but actually chill. And it's much needed, you know? And I'm fucking bored, but like I got COVID for the third time, and this is the 5th day, and I'm cool. Like I don't feel like I feel really good. Maybe just a little, you know, like a little congested or something like that. By tomorrow I should be all right. I shouldn't be, you know, I should be good, you know. So yeah, you know, just been out the house. I really, bro, like even taking a week off of work throws me off of like my work schedule. So tomorrow I want to go full force, get back in the swing of things and just do it, man. You know, we be working hard, but then we be chilling hard too. So I don't think it'll take a week for me to get back into the swing of things and shit. What the fuck? Motherfucker over here fucking with his motorcycle and shit. That reminds me too, these kids don't got like fixies and shit no more. All these motherfuckers are driving or riding like bikes with motors in them and shit. You know, when I was growing up, they had those, but they had the bikes with basically like a fucking like a diesel, you know, fuel pump shit on it already. Like it wasn't even, they were like fools would fix their bikes up, you know. It wasn't really no shit that you could readily go out and buy. But I see these kids and they're like basically electric motor fucking bikes, and I think that's cool. But one of these kids is gonna get fucking hit. One of these kids is gonna get hit and shit. I remember a kid zoomed by me when I was at a stop sign. And I didn't see this fool because I was just about to go, but he zoomed past me. He looked at me and he was fucking looking at me with like fucking like disgust, like, oh, like stop and wait for me to go. It's like, fuck you, bitch. Like you were going like 20 down a residential on a fucking bike. You think anybody's looking for a fucking bike on a stop sign? No, bro. People are looking for fucking whole cars. So these kids out here gotta be fucking careful with the stupid little bikes. You know, got handles and shits. Cause trust me, bro, we fucked ourselves up bad on regular bikes that we actually had to use our hands and feet with. You know what I mean? With the pedals and all that shit. You know, we stick a fucking empty bottle of water on the whatever the rim where the tire was or whatever, so it could make like a sound and stupid shit like that. Like growing up, man, we actually had an imagination. Granted, I did have an Xbox, but the rule was I couldn't play during the week. During the week, it was for homework, and I don't even know how I'm gonna have kids and raise them over here, man, because literally the gap will be either bigger or just as big from like me and my pops. Because I remember my pops would tell me shit like son, you're 14, you got a phone. I didn't have a phone until I was fucking 30. You know, and when I was 14, we didn't have there were touchscreens out there like iPhones, and there were My Touches and shit, iTouches out there, but I fucking had a slide. You know, kids don't know what's up with them Sidekicks or the Nokias or the Motorola's or anything like that. Like those were classic fucking eras. Me, I had just like a fucking regular ass slide. I think there were some that fucking flipped out. There were some like you flip the fucking, and they were called slides or flip phones because the some that you literally like fold it open and they had keyboards you could text. Yes, there wasn't a built-in keyboard in the phones. It was external, and you would text and shit. And that was like the coolest shit to have, like and I think that's what my phone was. It was Oh, you know what it was? It slid open. There was ones that you folded, ones that you slid up, ones that you flipped, and I think those were the sidekicks, the ones where you fucking flipped and you were all, hey man, what you doing? I think sidekicks were also touchscreen too, which made it revolutionary. I want to say. I think sidekicks were touchscreen with the flip open fucking keyboard and shit. So yeah, growing up, I had an iPod, an iTouch, I had Sly phones. I didn't get my first touchscreen phone until the Galaxy S5, and that was when I was like a junior in high school. And these kids, fuck all that shit. They're born with the fucking phones day one, and I don't know how to balance that out. Like, you don't get the phone until you're done with your. I think that's what it'll be like. You won't. I think I'll have the phone, and then you just won't get it. I don't know, man. That's crazy, bro. Like, my what is it? My niece, she had like the phone or whatever, and this is like 10 years ago already. And at that time, I didn't get it. I'm like, what do you need like the phone for? Like, she always had the phone with her, and you know, my cousin was like, oh, well, you don't understand. Like, you have to, like, they need the phones. I'm like, for what? Like, what the fuck do my nieces, what was she at the time? Like 4? Like, what does a 4-year-old child need a fucking phone for? Like, yes, I get it. They could fucking use it to call. And I get it, bro. I understand all of that emergency contact. But guess what? My niece is in a classroom. Someone got a phone. If she's the only one that doesn't have a phone, that's even better. Fuck all those kids and their fucking parents that don't even raise them right. They just have the phones raising them. That's what it is. These fucking phones are distracting adults and raising kids. We're gonna literally see the Wall-E era be birthed because of our generation. Gen fucking I guess I'm Gen Z, but even it started really with the millennial era. I want to say, of kids getting the phones, because I want to say like actually no, I want to say it was our generation that was introduced with it. Like, we had the phones with the internet shit on it. But me, I'm like the beginning of Gen Z, and not really where is it? Like, are all the gens like 10 or 15 years? I want to say that, right? So I kind of missed out on having the whole internet grow up with me. We still had the big fucking computers. We had a computer room. You know, no one knows what the fuck that is anymore, with computer games that you loaded onto a tray and stuck the fucking thing into the computer. Into what do they call that? I don't know. The box, right? You had the monitor in the box. I forgot what they call them shits. You know, and like, now it's just so fucking different. I don't know really where I was going with that shit, but it's just, you know, I just remember when technology was much more simple and it wasn't as advanced and shit. And we think we're because we have fucking automated vehicles and all this other bullshit technology. We think we're on like our way to the future, but I want to go get a coffee somewhere and they had to ring me up through the register and not the system that they had because their system was down. I'm like, okay, see, like, this shit, it just proves my point to where we're not as technologically advanced, and these dickheads that swear that they're going to put us in the future. Like, you're talking about generations and generations in the future and not now. It's just, it's ridiculous to me how, I don't know, how dumb some people are with the way they think and the way that they project technology to be. I'll always think about this shit, especially with the new Los Angeles Times or New York Times or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's the LA Times, where they talk about how we basically were going to be living in the sky at this point. It's fucking bullshit. That's not going to happen. Maybe in the next 1,000 years, maybe if we kind of like find a way to, have some sort of respect for each other as a humanity, maybe we can achieve that. But I don't think so, man. So many people have personal agendas and political gain through fucking over other groups of people. I don't think we'll ever get to that point of like, hey, maybe we should set our differences aside and, just kind of like advance and think about like the universal consciousness of reality and bring about peace. No, everyone's like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't care about you. I only care about me and my money and my own agendas because you're different than me or you have a different opinion than me. So it's fuck you all the way. Like, that's really what it is, bro. We're living in times where history repeats itself and people don't see that. You look at the fascism in the world, you look at the terrorism that's still happening in the world, and it's just repetitive, bro. If you look at what's happening now, it happened 100 years, 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years ago, where humans had tribes that differed from each other and basically would war over resources, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. Fuck you. You can't have, these stacks of fucking corn or whatever because we need all that to survive, and it's fuck you. Just stop me when I'm wrong. Just stop me when I'm wrong. Because when you look at the basic principles of why we fight each other over stupid shit, it goes down to the beginning of the ages, bro. There wasn't enough supplies and there was just high demand. You could see it in business. You could see it in politics. You could see it everywhere, anywhere in the world, right? So you put technology into that shit and you fuck over people at an even much higher rate. And if you don't fuck over people, you're fucking up the earth. We're digging up all the lithium, fucking up the earth, polluting the air, polluting the water, polluting ourselves. Man, we're in another heat wave. So that's 2022, 2024, 2025. I don't remember if we had a heat wave in Cali in 2023. I don't know. But I do remember we had one in 22. That was when I was newer, like at FedEx. And it was fucking unbearable. That was when I worked in a warehouse. Last year, I worked in the Valley. It was unbearable outside. It's unbearable now over here. But if you're in LA, it's not that bad. Like in LA, you're like in the low mid 90s, but if you're in the Valley like us, or if you're in like San Fernando Valley, bruh, that shit was getting to like the 110s over there. Over here, at least it's been like 90, 98, 99. Those cocksuckers are fucking fry a fucking egg on a pan. You leave that shit out there, you know what I mean? Put a little bit of oil. Did you like a sunny side or scrambled? So yeah, just looking about the way of the world and how shit is, man. It's trippy as fuck, bro, to see how you just look around. You get a good look around. You see what people are doing, and you're just like, wow, there's a bunch of dumb fucks out here, bro. Like idiots, like a motherfucker. But that's what it is. That's what it always will be. I kind of try to not let any of that shit affect me. I'm just doing me, living my life. And fuck them, bro. Like, if people don't like me for whatever, or they got issues because of whatever the fuck, or they want to jump into other people's problem that has nothing to do with them, fuck them, bro. Like, you know what I mean? There's people that make it seem like they're so much better than you because of, like, where they stand with other people, or they have some sort of political gain, or, like, you know what I mean? Or they feel like they have one over on you, and it's like, you don't have shit over nothing, bro. Like, all you have is like your head hanging over your ass, pause, by just the way you think. I look at shit and I'm like, bro, like, y'all are still fucking having issues with me over shit that happened 3 years ago? Really? Like, I forgot about shit, forgot about all y'all, went, did my own thing, man. I'm good. I'm thriving. Then I gotta hear some bullshit motherfuckers talking in their dumbass songs and just running with stupid narratives. And it's like that's not even what it was, bro. Like you literally had nothing to do in this situation. You know what I mean? And if you was really about this shit, you would have fucking said something at that point, which you didn't. So number one, you're doing all this woofing on the internet, spinning narratives. You don't even want to say my name. You didn't do shit when fucking it was time to say something. And then you're running around like an ass clown, like as if I really give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck about any of that. What I don't like is the narrative being said, and I'm gonna stop all that shit. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody did anything for me but fucking provide me with a platform. In reality, that's all motherfuckers ever did. You get what I mean? You can brag about all this shit you did for people, but where are you, bro? There's a lot of envious jealousy that people feel. And I'm talking about music and the rap game. A lot of artists get into their fucking vaginal feelings about emotional, fucking, it's like a lover's quarrel with some people out here, the way they just live their lives like novelas, like pillow talking and fucking puro chismoso ass fools talking amongst each other and shit. I'm like, bruh, like, fuck y'all. I'm doing my own thing. I don't even know why I'm addressing this shit on my podcast. I'm not even fully getting into the meats and potatoes, but we'll get into the fucking peas and carrots, right? Because there's gonna be, like, to all the young artists out there, you're gonna face adversity in the rap game. There's gonna be things and people that'll piss you off. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. And you know you're doing something right when people try to block you from succeeding. I think that's the biggest take anyone should take from going through situations like that. Like if you wasn't a nobody, if you were just some punk ass kid and you couldn't really rap, or like you could have been on and popping 10 years ago, but for whatever reason you couldn't stop stuffing Oreos in your fucking face, and it just, you spend more money, paying your dialysis bills than, fucking studio time or whatever, then nobody will fuck with you. But you got something special when people look at you as a threat. They got to sneak diss you in your songs and their fucking clothes and their brands and their events or whatever. I block people and get them the fuck out of the way, bruh. Like, cause I'm really with whatever. I feel like I really shouldn't need to say that, but you know what I mean? I think my reputation speaks for itself within my community when people know that I'm a real one, and that's not a toot my own horn. I hate having to speak like this, bro. But it's just I gotta spit that real shit for my peoples out there, bro. Like, you're gonna go through shit and fuck that shit, bro. Like, the rap game is a lot of egos and a lot of people like that. They don't care about you. They don't care about you or your music. They don't care if you're better than them. They don't want to support. If they don't want to support you and if you don't suck dick in the game, you're only gonna go so far with some people. You look at the genuine artists out here that have a cult following and making a name, and they're not making, they don't got Grammys and they don't got, whatever the fuck, big accolades. I'm talking about people like a Conway the Machine, like a West Side Gun. These people that they don't play the industry games, bro. They don't care about fuck the rap game. Fuck all this shit, bro. Like, we're here to make music and make money, and that's the fucking bottom line. For all artists out there, that's really the bottom line of this shit. And if people want to stop that or talk shit, fuck them, bro. Fuck them. Biggie Smalls, fuck them in the ass, throw them over the bridge. Pause. This shit was like really affecting me in some sort of way, because I'm thinking to myself, wow, I have so many people that could vouch for me, so many people that love me in and outside of the rap game, and people just with their bullshit positivity. That's the crazy part, the hypocrisy of some people. Like going back to polite don't equal nice. If I wave to you, hey, how's it going? Oh my God. Oh man, it's all about peace and love and unity and my brothers and all this bullshit. But in behind the scenes, you talking shit about people, you blocking people from doing certain things, and you're just overall being an asshole. Bro, people see right through that. Cause trust me, bro, word gets around like cocaine in Bolivia, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like this is like people think that I'll quote what's his name? Corrado Soprano. Some people are so far behind in the race that they believe they're actually leading. And that's the thing, bro. The illusion of power and the illusion of winning or success in the rap game to these cocksuckers is, oh, we have a scene that you can't be a part of. Well, guess what? Fuck your scene. Fuck your shows. Fuck all of you. And fuck all your bullshit. Is that no more clear? I can't really say that. I scared the shit out of you. I'm sorry. There's no real other way I can explain it besides that you could suck my dick and call me Mr. 9 times because I don't give a fuck about you, any of your bullshit, whatever. However you want to spin it, you could spin your head on the fucking floor trying to spin people with these narratives. That's fine, bro. Like, because I promise you, when I respond, this shit's going to look mad different, bro. And this ain't a warning. This ain't a threat. This is a motherfucking promise, bro. You know, and I'm not gonna go like, you don't gotta worry. I'm not somebody that pop up and surprise nobody because I don't want to be around any of these fucking cocksuckers. I'm just telling y'all right here, right now, we're gonna keep it on the wax. You will get waxed in the music, and that's it. Cause you motherfuckers can't do shit with me, so they wanna block me from doing shit in my own community. Fine, fuck y'all. Because you can't fuck with me lyrically. Y'all ain't making as much money as me. I'll tell you that much right fucking now. You ain't got no style more than me. You ain't got no drip. You ain't got dip. You could suck dick till you hiccup. All that shit, bro. Like, none of that affects me. There's nothing you can do with me. Y'all can't out-rap me. You can't make more money than me. You can't have more swag than me. None of that shit, bro. Some of y'all out here looking goofy as fuck, bro. Looking like fucking Wiz Khalifa if you went broke in 2012 and never made it. I swear, bro. Like, but going back to like, y'all don't need to worry about me showing up to none of y'all shits. Fuck y'all. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, if I see y'all, it ain't even gonna be no on-site shit like that, you know. I'm gonna keep it in the music because I know y'all soft as fuck, bro. And y'all gonna call the cops. Like, I could tell when fools are more than willing to dial the police, bro. Just by the way y'all fucking cry and bitch and complain like a bunch of little babies, I could just fucking tell. I could just tell y'all as soon as, oh my God, he's here, I'm gonna call the cops and shit. I already know. Like, there's no point in even like escalating things with some people. That's something that my young homies out there, all the little YNs and shit that want to rap and shit like that, like, no one to pick your battles, because there have been a lot of situations where the young homies were gonna go fucking beast mode over shit that was nothing, bro. Like, it wouldn't, you know what I mean? I see fools get banged on in shows and shit like that, and my whole thing is like, have more respect, bro, for the people around you. Like, if you want to catch Holmes outside by himself. All right, that's y'all business. That's y'all business. But when you want to take shit and you want to bring it into other people's or other establishments, that's when it gets fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, for people to feel like, you know, I always feel safe. I'm always dolo. So when I feel like people, they get in this group and they start fucking trying to, like, you know, if I feel threatened, bro, all I'm gonna say is right now, you're not gonna you're like, be careful what you wish for, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm really not the one, bro. You get what I mean? Whether I gotta handle shit dolo or whatever, wherever we gotta take it to, bruh. I don't want to take it nowhere. This ain't a threat. I'm just saying, bruh, like, I fight fire with fire. So any punk ass Levi's out there that really feel like they could threaten me or whatever, like, okay, all right. I mean, like I said, I don't like talking about this shit. Going back to the you know, because it's not even about that. It's about the music. But people like are so fucking dumb that they feel like, oh, this fool's like, you know, we could fuck with him because of X, Y, and Z. Like I don't do this internet shit. I don't, like I said, it's like the fifth time saying I don't like doing this shit. Fuck all this woofing shit on the internet. But it just really pisses me off when people like, they swear, bro, like they're the good guys. Y'all like not the good guys, bro. Trust me. Like y'all are like not Harvey Dent, but y'all have a lot of this shit misconstrued, bro. You know, all we had was a misunderstanding, bro. Nothing. There was nothing that was serious about shit. But here we go, people in their fucking feelings and their egos. And trust me, bro, you're going to end up fucking with the wrong one or the right one. And then we're going to really see who's the fucking tough guy. That's all it is. That's all it is with me, bro. I don't know. I don't want to spend the whole podcast talking about this shit, but we're here already. We might as well, you know, the tough guy episode, you know what I mean? Yeah, to all the young homies and shit, man, there's a lot of things, situations, and people that will trick you out. The chick that pressed my cousin, you know, we could have had some girls with us, and this shit would have went up. You know, the girls that we would have had around or whatever the fuck wouldn't have been playing that shit. Now, don't be talking shit about fucking, you know, whatever, you know. Like, just people have to be real careful and cognizant about the disrespect that they have towards whatever situations. Like, respect people and situations for what they are and not what your dumbass brain to tell you, bro. Because people's egos and, like, people think in their mind that they're so much bigger than what they really are, you know? Like, I don't give a fuck how long you rap for. I don't give a fuck how many shows you gave to whoever you gave their first shows or you paid whoever, whatever. I don't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, in reality, you a dick sucker surrounding yourself with other fucking dick suckers. And it's just not this particular group or situation. This is a lot of other people. There's a lot of dick suckers out here that kind of want me to be a part of their situation, and it's like, no, you know, I put myself in less than considerable situations for myself if it's off the strength of my homie, because he's vouched for me and I'll vouch for him and be like, okay, well, I kind of don't want to be around this shit, but I guess, you know, that's the homie. So if in my mind, if I do him a favor, maybe that'll fucking go further down the line for me, and not looking at it as a transactional, but like, you look out for people for them to look out for you. Like, that's just the way I look at things, right? And that's in the rap game. That's something else you need to be very cognizant of. It just goes back to, it's all a matter of respect, you know? Abe the Freak, he put on so many shows for me. The first fucking show I did, he was like one of the first people that I wanted on my show because he looked out for me so many times. The first fucking show I did, he bought me tacos. Shout out to Abe the Freak. I had so much fucking anxiety doing that show. It wasn't that many people. It was probably like maybe like 100, 150 people in a parking lot in Maywood. You know, foldable chairs and tables. When I was performing, there wasn't really anybody paying attention that much. But I had hella anxiety, you know what I mean? And I've been working on that shit and whatever, you know what I mean? I just appreciate the homies that look out. Who's another classic example? I don't know. Can't really think right now. I guess Chava Styles, he connected with me with my first open mic. My first show I did, I wanted him to be like the feature, like before me, like the second to last, you know what I mean? Before I went on, like in headline Boulevard Nights. But, he couldn't make it. I don't want to put his business out there, but he couldn't make it, right? I'm just saying, bro, like when it comes to the game, man, you gotta surround yourself with people who love you. You gotta love the people around you and create good energy, bro. Don't have none of this fake shit where, oh, I feel like I could be around this fool because he could do me a couple of favors. There was one person that I always saw around that was a super dick sucker. You know what I mean? And he was just another one of these clowns that swear like they're so positive and all this shit, And he would I don't know if this was real or not, but he would be like with this fake energy dancing around and shit like that. And I didn't see this fool after a while. I don't see him around any of that particular group, and I don't even know where this fool is. He could have probably disappeared. Goofy dressing ass fool, but I hope he's cool. I don't want to air him out. But my point is, I feel like he was only around because they were giving him spots, shows and shit like that. As a matter of fact, I was up my first show up there. I don't think it was his first show, but my first show, like on set, he was up there with me too. And I remember there was this other fool. He was like, "Oh, you're my competition." I never met this fool. His first time showing up to this event, where I was at every fucking month, taking a pay cut, sacrificing my fucking check to go and perform for these people that had literally, they would always put me on first or some shit or put me on first, or I would sign up first. I didn't have to sign up first, but I'm just saying I would perform when it'd be 5 people. I'd pay whatever the fuck, $12 or whatever their fucking bullshit ass price was. So it's that's what I mean. Y'all swear y'all for the culture, but you're charging the fucking performers because you wouldn't make dick at the door. And that's what I really see in these shows. They're pay to play shows that really just take money from the community, that take money from our peers and the artists out here that are actually trying to do something, bro. So going back to this fool was oh, so you're my competition. I wanted to tell him, I don't have no competition, bro. Who the fuck are you? You're some pipsqueak cocksucker with a Sacagawea cut. And I'm no offense to any of my Native Americans. I'm Native American as well, so y'all can't talk that much shit. You can talk shit, but not that much. But it's just all right, that was disrespectful. I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, this fool made it seem like if we're in competition, we're not in competition, bro. The only motherfucker that I'm in competition with, the only person, there's only one. When I wake up and my feet hit the ground and I thank God, I look in the mirror, that's the only motherfucker right there that I'm coming after. I look in the mirror and I say, I'm going to be better than you. And you're going to watch me, bruh. Watch. And I don't see nobody. And every time I go in these fucking places, no one can out-rap me. No one can out-hustle me. No one can out-fucking do anything that I could do. You know why? Because I fucking set my mind and I believe in that shit, bro. Hold on. I blew my voice out. Pause with that shit. I believe in it because I believe in myself. I believe in my capabilities. I believe in my hustle. I believe that when I wake up, I'm going to say, fuck everybody and their bullshit. Today's the day where I'm going to be the best and I'm going to move with the fucking most genuine of moves, bruh. Especially in this game, man. 'Cause people can see right through that shit. You think you fucking, slick Rick, but you slick dick. Pause. You know what I mean? I was hella paused too. But I'm just saying, bruh. And then going back to this dude, I could tell it was fake with him, bruh. Because he does a podcast where, and this is not to be offensive at all. This is with the utmost respect. Because if we're going to talk facts, let's talk facts. This man said black people invented rubber. From what I know, that is false. rubber actually came from the Toltec people and what we now know as Mexico or the Mexican areas or Central America, whatever, right? But all I know is that rubber, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, came from the Toltecs or from where we know as the Yucatan, fucking Mexico, whatever the fuck, right? This guy fucking blocks me. Why? Because I fucking had an opinion, or was it a fact, or it doesn't fucking matter. Like, he blocked me over a comment on Instagram and I don't see this guy anymore. Why? That's so fucking crazy to me, bro. When people like can't even live in their truth, can't even have a dialogue, communication, no confrontation. That's all it is with these fucking dick suckers, bro. And I don't mean to call him a dick sucker, but when you apply that to certain situations and shit, it's like people aren't men of their word, number one, and people aren't men of their business, number two, and people just aren't men in general. When you can't look a man in his fucking eye and you tell him what kind of problem you have with him, her, or them, or whatever the fuck, and you have to rely on all this other bullshit and all these like theatrics and shit like that, it's fucking insulting to the highest degree. Because what you're saying is, fuck you, I can't get my shit together. And you know what I have to say? Fuck you, get your shit together. I have that to say about that, you know? I'm at a point in my life where I don't care. I've always been at that point in my life. But in that shit, like, okay, well, fuck it. You know, you want to be a little fucking pussy like that? All right, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? Go get your fucking vagina lips massaged if that's the case. You know what I mean? My only problem is these narratives. These narratives of like bullshit, you know? And I guess it really doesn't matter. But, you know, I kind of want to, if I'm going to speak about it, let's just do the knowledge, uphold the wisdom, and get some understanding with the audience. You know what I mean? There's just going to be people that have problems with you, and it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. You know, learn from it. Understand that you need to stay away from these people, bruh. And bring about your own culture freedom. So what the fuck am I doing now? Fuck them. They don't want to give me shows. I'm going to do my own shows. Guess what? I got a show coming up in September with fucking 30 Miles of Psychedelics. I don't even know if they've announced it yet. But by the time you've seen this, it's probably already over because I'm going to drop this in October. You know? Like real homies that'll look out. You know? We might not be the best of friends, see each other and share fucking chicken nuggets and all that shit. But guess what? Like, I respect that. I respect fools reaching out to me and being like, hey, man, if you're fucking dope, you think you could rock out? I don't know. If I have to take a day out of work, I'm probably not going to do it. You know, I'm at the point where I have a very, very good job that takes care of me. I've made 1,000,000%. I've made like all the money I've ever could have made in my life from my holiday right now than I could ever even dream of in the rap game. And when I do pop off in the rap game, because it's not an if, it's a when, I'm still going to have to consider leaving my holiday. That's how good it is. It took me 9 years to get into this holiday. I've been wanting this shit bad as fuck, bruh. It took me 9 years. Now that I'm in, I want to at least do 10 years, and then we could talk about me retiring and going full-fledged with this music shit. As of right now, that's not going to happen. I'm going to be straight up with everybody right here on the podcast. This music shit is what it is. It's music shit. I can't afford to fucking, you know, quit and quit my job and go fucking be a full-time rapper. Are you fucking serious? Are you crazy? Another rapper, I don't want to talk shit about him. I'm not going to say his name. He's a really cool guy from what I've known, right? This dude, he puts on he goes on social media and he says, I'm quitting my job full time. I'm quitting my job and I'm becoming a rapper full time. Everybody, bro, it's a celebration. Oh my God, congratulations, chase your dreams. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not all about making money. And Cali, bruh, in Los Angeles or whatever the fuck you live in Cali, it is all about money, bro. It is. Try fucking flipping fries at McDonald's and see what kind of condominium that gets you. Try going to fucking, try being a chiropractor. Oh, actually, do chiropractors get paid? I don't know. That was a bad example. But try fucking, being oh man, I lost it now. Just try being a waiter somewhere at Olive Garden and see how many cars you could buy doing that shit. This holiday that I'm doing, bruh, you can buy cars. You can buy houses. I know because there's people I know that have bought houses and bought cars. Young dudes, younger than me, making more money than me. No, it ain't sales. No, it ain't fucking stock exchange. I'm trying to bring about wisdom to everybody on the podcast. What the fuck is your priorities in life? For me, man, I love this music shit more than anybody. Is it my number one priority? No. I just flew to fucking Indiana and made music. Was it my number one priority? No. Why? Because I gotta fucking make a living. Because at the end of the day, music don't pay the fucking bills. So as much as it pains me to say it, it's number 2. But at some point, it is gonna be number 1. You know why? Because of the message of the day is persistence pays off. Trust me. Whatever you do, whether it be going to school, you have a goal, be persistent in your goals, dreams, and aspirations, and I promise you it will pay off. It took me 9 years to get my fucking job. Persistence is key. You know what I mean? It took me 10 years to be this fucking dope on a mic. Persistent pays off. It took me, nice hops. It took me a long time to get this fucking, Imperial business off and running. You know what I mean? Persistence pays off. This is the God's Hour.
Merge Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.